Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday, the 20th of December, very close to Christmas. A couple of interesting topics today. I'm going to talk to you about some selection ideas, and also, when I finish talking to you about that, I'm going to give you a look at a couple of the races today. Okie doke. So, starting off, I'm going to have a look at um, uh, uh, a couple of trainers. And the interesting thing about this is I often hear from members of the public and read about it and so on, see it on the TV with the experts, and they're always talking about trainers, this one and that one. Well, naturally, if you're going to talk about Chris Wally, you're going to get a lot of winners because he trains more horses than any other trainer in Australia, I'm sure. But anyway, there are a couple of trainers do a particular thing. They go to Port Lincoln every year for the season, and they take a team of horses with them. So, as a matter of fact, what inspired my interest was race 6 on Thursday. The Dun and Bishop runners ran first, second, third, and fourth, obviously for a big priced winner, a fabulous quinella, an amazing trifecta, and a big first four. Fantastic. So then the research started, and this is what came up. So, looking here, you can see that they had 325 runners for the year, up till the last few weeks, and they recorded only 2% of winners and 14% of placings for a loss of 75% for the win, and you can just imagine for the loss. Not as great, but nevertheless fairly great. And at Port Lincoln, if we have a look there, this does not include last Thursday, of course, but Port Lincoln, 163 of those runners were there, and 5 winners and 32 placings, which is the vast majority of all the race meetings they went to. So 36 at Morfordville and Morfordville Park for 1 winner. 20 at Balaclava, no winners, no places. Bordertown 5, no. Oakbank 26 for 3 placings. Strathalbyn 15 for 1 placing. So what our perception is, and you'll see it, that a lot of Dun and Bishop runners actually run a place at Port Lincoln. They'll say, "Oh, look at all those all those placings they're getting, and so on." But the reality is that all of their horses put together is a dead set loss. So this is 75% of your money would be lost if you backed every runner. Absolute rubbish, right? Even at Port Lincoln, minus 72%. Now, I'm not criticising Dun and Bishop. Obviously, they get those horses and they do their best for the Canlope people. And they're saying, okay, let's go over to Port Lincoln and specialise over there. We can know a bit about the track and let's get a few winners. Okay, so you should be able to see that fairly clearly, I would think. If not, zoom in. You can always zoom in on your screen or your whatever. Very easy to do so that you can magnify it right up to where you want. Anyway, look, I'm just going to close that one down. We don't need that one anymore. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to the GTX, and this is a little run I'm doing. It's very bland. It looks at only a couple of factors, and it's very interesting that it's a virtual winning strategy. So looking at this, we are looking at a field size of between 7 and 16, so a reasonable field size there. We're looking only at barriers between 5 and 10, and we're only looking at ages up to 6. And we're looking at the first 3 favourites. So this is one I just pulled up, and this is for yesterday actually. So Cranbourne, the Gold Coast, Canterbury, a wide range, something like 9 race meetings on, I think. And it came up with 89 selections for 20 winners. If you have a look at here, the favourites in that group won 32% of their races. Second favourites won 34%. So that's where the money came from, because obviously a second-ranked runner in favouritism stakes is going to be at a much better price than the ones in the other. So from 8 winners at a favourite, returned $2,230 for a $100 bet. And for horses that were second favourite, they won 10 races for a profit of $1,700 for a $100 bet. And the third favourites only got 2 wins from 35. So it can change every day. But the point is, this method will give you some winners. And the good thing about it is you could easily start right at the beginning. And as you can see there, by the time you got to Lismore 2, you are actually in front. Then you got a long run of losses, etc. But eventually you came good and got another run here where you got back to the front and so on. Of course, the fact that you can run this and do it on a Dutch bet basis, you'll see here, okay, you've got 34% winners, 32% winners there. Had you Dutched those two, the SP first and second favourites, if you Dutched those two, you clearly would have got 66% winners from the races. So that's just a suggestion for you. But in the meantime, let's go to today's races. Okay, I've inserted the majority of the scratchings. Obviously, I can't get all of them in there because those people in Queensland, for example, they've only just got up, and the people in WA are still snoozing away in their beds. Okie doke. So we've loaded those races up, and let's do a quick run. Whoops, program's already running. That tells us it's already running. So if you've got the GTX Winform GTX program, you can do this rather quickly. So I've just got a few here in the Winfall, which means all of the Winform runners for today, and I can click that and straight away I get a list of possible selections. So we've got a horse racing today selection here. We've got an early race selection here, which is also a racing today selections, Eagle Farm, and so on. We have a swooper at Eagle Farm race 9, number 4, which is not firmed in yet. Let's just clarify that, see if I can. I'm trying to see if I can get it in. I can't on this program, but nevertheless you can see how easy it is to make your selections. Now another one, which is one I use, is Winform Top 2. Originally it was Amelia's plan, because Amelia hasn't been involved with Winform since 2003, but nevertheless there's a winning program and a winning book. So if I just press run here, you'll see all those selections, and there's an absolute heap of them because there are basically 2 in every one of the qualifying races. But starting at the beginning, first race of the day, it qualifies as Alice Springs, and then Randwick, then Alice Springs, then Eagle Farm, Caulfield, Wyong, and so on. Now, the good thing about that is you can quit as soon as you get a winner, or you can use the Staking Kings plan. I'll just show it to you. Let's see. It should come up here. That's all. That's my Winform account. 9,500 there I've got, and had a couple of wins yesterday. I'll get rid of that because you don't want to really look at my personal progress, do you? Okay, so we're looking here. Just give you a look at Staking Kings at the moment. Go. And it'll be here somewhere. Staking Kings. Go more quickly. My internet is always slow for some strange reason. But I'll just whip it in, and then I've got a special offer for you, which you won't believe, actually. So we can log in there, and I can look up at my recent, using Winform Power Play, and I've got a betting series there. I'll just go for reports, and I'll pull this one down. I think it's the Barrier 6 one. There it is. So this recorded at that stage. It was recording 7 wins from 33 bets, 21% strike rate, average dividend of $3.65, and a loss at the moment of $1,243 in progress. Now the next one is the AAA Barrier one, and We pull that one down, and that one's operated, and 40 bets, 12 winners, 30% strike rate, average dividend of $5.48, and a profit of 64% on turnover, profit of $1,799. And that particular one was based on the barriers and SPs 1, 2, 3. So it worked out quite well. We didn't get any high bets, but the average dividend was $5.48 nevertheless. Okay, now the last thing I want to show you, I'll just go back to Big Bet there. Okay, where are we? You'll find this amazing, actually. Big Bet, Big Bet, Big Bet. Come on, guys. Okay. So at Big Bet. So you can see where it is, just bigbet.com. And all of our people, they've got a referral from Winform, are getting a special Christmas bonus this week. And it's rather astonishing, really. You can deposit up to your age, right? Very simple. And you're going to get a very special bonus based on your age. So, for example, if you're 40 and you deposited $40 in, that's a simple example, you would end up with 40 cash in your bank account or in your account, and you would have $80 worth of bonus bets. Now, if, like me, you were 78, you would get a bonus of $156 in bonus bets. Now, in order to qualify that, obviously you've got to have an account. You're working with Winform as Winform member. Anybody can do it, by the way, but you can go down to the bottom of the page and you'll find down there there's you can see where you can talk to them there, and if you want to participate in it, all you've got to do on live chat is let them know that you want to participate, and you will get the advice yourself and they'll let you know how to do it. So that's all there is for today, and don't forget, when you're betting, you might actually lose. Oh, can you afford to place that bet? Well, that's a subject for you only. Luckily, you will know that at the bottom of the page, our home page there, you will see, and of course on BigBet you'll see all that information at the bottom of the page, where you can go if you're a bumbling gambler that is sick of losing money. Luckily, most of the people who are watching this are Winform members and actually are professional punters who simply, they lose sometimes, but they mostly win. So therefore, some of those little riders that you have to put on are not necessary for you. Okay, have a good time. Thanks for watching. Enjoy today and have a happy Christmas.